every year for the past decade at least, maybe longer. My husband and I have always had a big fall party. This has changed over the years because we've lived in a couple of different places. So the first place we lived, we actually were able to do a big hayride. And then at the next house we lived in, there wasn't really suitable for a hayride because we lived up on this big hill and majority of our property went into the hill. And so it didn't really work very well for a hayride, but we still did a fall party. And every year I make a couple big roasters of chili and we just enjoy some time by the campfire and doing all of the fun fall things. Now this year, it looked even completely different because we don't really have a good spot living in town to have a party. We have a very big family on both sides, and so inviting everybody over is a little bit difficult with parking and just being on a road and there being lots of little kids. So my daughter and I decided that we could do it a little bit differently this year, and we landed on doing a kind of fancy dinner party with just the girls in our family. So there wasn't as many people, but yet it was still a very fun event. When planning for a party, the most important part is the food. Am I right? Everyone loves a delicious meal, and as a host, I hope to give just that. Over the past couple of weeks, my daughter and I have been dreaming up the perfect menu for our fall dinner party. We changed the menu over a dozen times, but ultimately we landed on a very traditional spaghetti dinner with homemade sourdough bread that we will slice and add garlic and cheese on top. My daughter, who is the actual host of this party, loves making pasta of all sorts, but has never made meatballs. She's also making apple fritters for the second time ever and homemade coffee syrups for her decaf lattes that she plans to serve her cousins. She's also setting up a candy apple bar with caramel and lots of fun toppings so everyone can make their own. We spent an evening planning the menu, looking at recipes, and making the grocery list, and I introduced her to Resemi because it's the easiest way to save recipes from social media. All your recipes from social media, blogs, cookbooks, handwritten, and even your notes app can all be stored in Resemi. All of the recipes details are imported in a step-by-step format, and all of the ingredients and measurements needed. And the ingredients are extracted from the recipe, and you can add them to a grocery list in the tap of a button. Literally, it's so easy and organized, and the app is super easy to use. To use the app, you can import recipes by using the share button, and then you can decide which folder you want to put it into. I have mine organized by desserts and dinner party, fun drinks, dinner, and you can put them in there. It stays nice and organized, and it's the best way to save all your recipes and never lose ones that you love. If you want an easy and organized way to save all of your recipes and make your meal planning a little bit easier, you can get an exclusive 2-week free trial to Resemi Plus by using my link in the description box below. My daughter enlisted the help of 2 of her older girl cousins to help her with making noodles. She made, I think it was a quadruple batch of noodles. And if you've ever made homemade noodles before, you know that it can be a little bit time consuming. So these girls worked together on making so many noodles, and it was actually the perfect amount at the end of the party. We just had one small saucepan left of noodles and sauce and some meatballs. After the noodles were finished, my daughter made up a big batch of berry lemonade to serve. It was very delicious, easy to make, just water, lemon, a little bit of sugar, and then she added in a bunch of fresh berries. And then we also made a big salad with a homemade balsamic vinaigrette dressing. Even though we live in town and definitely not in an ideal spot to host a party, we knew that we still wanted to have some type of fall gathering. It's just one of our favorite things that we do each year, and I know next year it'll be so much easier when we're actually at the farm and able to host a bigger party with a hayride and a big bonfire. But even in a temporary transitioning season, I still want to take the time, even if it's a little bit harder, to make all of these fun memories with my kids. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope to see you all next week.